Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking Android box. This is called Buzztv's X5SS. It's Super Sport Edition. This is a limited edition. I have to mention that this is the YouTube friendly version. If you want to watch the full version, don't forget, links are available at the bottom of the video so you can watch the full thing and see what more potential this will bring on the table for us. I have to mention that this comes with 4GB of RAM and 128GB internal storage, a gigabit LAN, and more. I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. In here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with this page that has the smart remote app. You have to scan this with your phone in order to see the manual and also the quick start guide on how you're going to set up your box. It comes with this mouse pad. It is pretty thick and very hefty. I'm sure that you're going to use this anywhere you go. I am going to use it whenever I go somewhere. This is going to be to-go mouse pad for me. It comes with these batteries, which are Energizer. That means it will last you a lot longer. And there's two pair of them. It does come with this remote, which is going to be Bluetooth, and you will be able to function most of the options in this box. And you can see that it is sealed. There you go. Once you take it out, this is how it really looks. I really like the design. It does have the similar remote on the other boxes. That is X5. This is part of it. I really like how this has been designed. There are some functionalities that they have fixed and also improved. You can look in the back part of it. You have a little parts you can put your finger, and that way you can hold it a lot better so you know that this part is top and this part is the bottom. It makes it very easy to maneuver and play with. But you do have the buzz button, which is now on the top, used to be in the bottom, and then also you have the home button, which is on the top. The best part is this have a backlight, and you will be able to option or program this or even play with it through the screen itself. Once we get there, we will show you how that's processed. But you can see most of the buttons that you need to play with is here. When you go to the back, you do have a QR code, and that way you can just scan it with your phone, and you can go through the manuals to see what else you can process with this remote, which they're always improving and making it better. Once you open the back, you do have a little slot for the two AAA batteries, which is part of the box, and you can place that in order to play with it. We will process that a couple of seconds. We will pair it with the box itself to show you exactly how that will be playable. And on top of that, it is going to work as IR if you don't want to pair it as Bluetooth. And the IR sensor is on the top. You can see there's a little part, so that way when you put it on the ground, it does not wobble that much, as you can see right now. So it is not something that it will totally wobble. It's just a little bit, and it will go to stay still, which is really good. It comes with this power adapter. Now this one is 5 volt 2 amps. And you can see this part is the USB, has their logo on it, which makes it very customizable. And once you go to the other side, you can open it and easily can connect this to the Canadian or American countries. Very easy, but that's not the only thing. It does come with a package that has all the way around the world that you can go through and hook up the power connectors. Makes it very simple to play with. Now with this box, it comes with a USB type A to USB type C. That means is when you're powering it up, you do require to have this with your charger. Now if you ever misplace or break this, don't worry, you can go to dollar store even and you can buy another one. Just make sure that the voltage is proper, and then when you buy it, you can hook it up and you're back into business. Or if you are going to move around just like me, you can take your box with you, and your phone charger these days, even iPhone 15 and above, have the similar type of connection, and then that way you can hook up your box if you ever forget your wire, and the box will be back online. It does come with an HDMI cable, and since this is the limited edition, it comes with another remote which looks very slick, and it does have a little part that you can open. And once you take the remote out, this is how the remote really looks. It's very white, kind of looks like an LG remote. But you can see that there are logos in the bottom. You do have some shortcut buttons in the bottom. Then you do have the volume and channel up and down, mute, home, Also the go back button. You do have the TV button, which I believe that will take you to the Buzz app. And then you also have the home. You have the full navigation key with the OK in the middle. Doesn't have any writings. You do have some more information on the top. This remote is really positioned so you can press this and you can talk. We will try to demonstrate that on this video itself to show you exactly how that part works. And you do have some color buttons for your Buzz app, and you do have some numeric buttons. Now we will play with it and we will tell you if this remote really works or if this remote is not going to work. So just hang in there. I know that these guys are always working on the remote software to make sure everything functions, but let's see how much we can play with this so we can learn more. And this is how the box is. It's inside of a little plastic. Now once you take it out, this is how it really looks. I really like the design that they have placed. It's exactly the X5, but it has been really colored red, and the inside has always been white, and these are all print, but it's a little bit resin print, so when you touch it you can feel it, which makes it looks very slick. And I really like that they have their own design for these. And these are not screws, it's just the design that they have placed. Alright, so let's just go around and show you what this really is. So from the front you have nothing but just the little part that the light will lit up, and also the IR sensor will work. When you go on one side of it, you have one TF card reader, one USB 3.0 port, one USB 2.0 port. Now when you go to the back, you have two antennas, and these are detachable, so you can put a bigger one on this if you have a need. You also have the AV connection, so you can connect it to older type of TV, or you can reset it using this. You also have the Ethernet port, you have an HDMI connection, you also have the optical audio connection, and then the power, which is USB Type-C. And going on the other side, there's nothing here, but once you flip it in the bottom, you have a lot of holes for ventilation, and then you have some stickers that will tell you everything that you need to know with FCC. That number do work, by the way. And there is a sticker for your serial number MAC address. Mine is hidden right now, and there is some little legs, so that way when you put it on the table and you want to move it, it doesn't really move that much, as you can see. So yes, if you really move it, it does move, but if you put a force on it, or if you have a really heavy cable in the back, it's not really moving that much, which is really good. And that's what we are really looking for, so it doesn't fall off your table if your cables are really heavy. And this is how it really looks. So this one is the main one that we're making video for, which is called the Super Sport Edition, and this is the limited edition. And then this one is our old one, which is called AS Type C Edition, which is exactly the same, but they have upgraded a few things into this and made it special. You can see that it's really identical on how it looks, but I gotta mention that this stands out because it's a different color and this one is different. So let's just go back into reviewing this. While processing, for CEC purposes, we will connect the HDMI first. That way, if your monitor A is going to be a 4K, this will detect the 4K and not 1080p. Once that's done, we will connect the power. And then as you can see, the blue light came on, and now we will go to the screen itself. So once you start your box, this is the first screen you're going to see. And this is their animation for this box itself. Alright, so now it's time to pair the remote. In order to process, we will grab our BT400, and also we have our G20, but the one we want to pair right now will be BT400. So first, make sure that you're already placed your batteries inside of the remote itself, and that way when you press any buttons, you can see that in front of a camera that is not filming, you can process and you can see that if that's blinking, that means you're ready to pair. So it will tell you to press the OK button and the home button together for about 3 seconds. So we will process that right now. And there you go, 2, 3. And it will be telling you that the remote is found. And we give it a couple of seconds for it to go through. There you go, now it says connected, and it will change to go to the menu screen so you can set it up. So then you can select your language and then you're in your time zone, and once that is done you can process to go next. So that's very easily processed, and you make sure that those lines are really just like right now it's showing on the screen. You process that, and once it's done, press done, and you can connect it to Wi-Fi, or if you have Ethernet connected perfectly, you can just click next and it will go through to process it. Once this is processed, you can use your remote to select your Wi-Fi, and you can put your password, whatever it is. You can see that they have changed the keyboard to a small one, so you can enter your password very easily. Once you enter your password and press OK, it automatically goes in, and that's what we always looking for, to be connected very fast, which in this case it did go through very quickly. Now, if there is any updates available as an OS update, you already should get a pop-up, and it will tell you that you need an update. And then once this is done, you can go here and you can see that we are connected as Wi-Fi 6. It has a little number on the top, which I'm going to zoom in and show you right now. This is how it really looks once you go in to the main screen. Let's go through first and tell you exactly what's involved on this. So on the older versions of 4000 going to 4900, you had a little screen right beside this on the right side, and it will show you a preview of your channel, and they have got rid of it because it was not really useful to be on a main screen and still playing it. So this is the main screen, and once you come in, you have their name on the top, and then when you go to the top part of it, you have settings, and then right beside that you have the time and the weather. Now this has been taken, the weather's taken from your IP address, so this way you're most accurate where you locate it. And we will show you where you can change that too. But under this, you also have live TV, VOD, PVR, and EPG, which is electronic program guide. Now, when you go down, you have all apps, which you can click on it, and all the apps that are pre-installed on it should show up for you automatically. Now, remember that this box is not coming with any kind of subscription or anything. You need to find that yourself in order to get this going. But this is a really cool box to play with a lot of different apps and more. Now, when you go down, these are just exactly what you're going to see inside of all apps, but it's just going to be set up over here so that way you can play with them. And if you want to move it, you just have to click on it for a couple of seconds, press OK, and then keep moving it to the front and all the way to the first one. There you go. And now when you go to it, it's all going to be there unless you want to reboot the box, then it will be moved. So if you want to make some shortcuts also, you can process it by just going over here, something like this, say yes, press back, and it will just show up right there. Easily you can add it. That's not the only thing. You can go on the top and go to settings. You have settings, and then you have server settings. We will get to that in a couple of seconds. And then once you go down, you have your Wi-Fi, so you can click on it. And you want to change your Wi-Fi to a different one, you can process it from here. Except that your Bluetooth, you want to add the next Bluetooth remote, you can just click on this, and you can go through and you can say add accessories. And then this way you can add the second remote. Also headphones, you will be able to pair, and you can take advantage of it. Just pressing back, going back, and also if you connected via LAN connection, this part will be lit and it's not going to be dim. So when you go to updates, you can click on it, and there is an update that shows that there is one. You can click on download, and it would automatically goes through to get it for you, and it will download it. As you can see on the left side of it, it will tell you the release, also that the new date that came out. The firmware download is there too. Now when you go scroll down more, it should tell you more about it if there is anything different. You can see that they have fixed the on-screen keyboard on this update, so it's not going to be a very big update. You can see that it's going through. One more thing I want to bring up that a lot of you do ask on YouTube and different platforms that we are on, that some big YouTubers are indicating that OTA updates are bad because they're coming from very long way. These guys are not very long way. This is based on Canada, so these updates are coming within Canada or United States. So don't worry, click on the update and grab it. Go to their website and you can ask them questions. They would love to help you out quickly on their website. And again, they have a support, not like any other companies that they are going to lack on their information or on their support. These guys are going to help you out quickly, and you will get your support and going to help you out along the line. So remember that these guys are awesome when it comes to support. And here you go, this is the update, so we will leave this alone for meantime till this update happens, then we will catch up. Now let's go through and get rid of this favorite app from the main screen, which is Disney. So going into the plus sign, click on it, and then you will see Disney has a little star on it. Now, if you press the OK button, you'll get this little pop-up. You have to say yes. And now when you press back, it's gone. And that's not the only thing. Let's go back into settings. Remember that we went to update and there was an update, and now we got the update. So if you click on check for update, it will tell you that you are up to date. So you can press back, easily it will come out. You have to press it twice, and then you can change your background. If you do have it on USB, you can move it to the actual box, and then you can change your background to different pictures. Yes, you can process that. Also, there is a little button for the Buzz utility. Once you go to it, these are little parts. Now, you already seen the system update. There's also a power option that you can click, and this way you can click on this and you can change it from suspend to shut down. So that way when you press the power button on your remote, it will totally shut down, or you can click the power and it will reboot the box. So these are the little options that they have placed. Also, they have brought up the power on action. You can click on it and it will, as soon as you turn it on, automatically goes to live TV or a channel list or EPG. So this way, automatically, as soon as the box loads up, it goes in, logs into your channels, and this will come up for you. That's not the only thing. You also have the home screen. You can click on it, and this way you can go to different type of launchers. So if you click on Buzztv Classic, it automatically just changes to the old one, which is this one. And now if you got here and you got stuck, you don't know how to change it back, go to settings and then go to utility. There you go. And then go to the home screen. And now you can change it to the second one, which is going to be the media player. Now, this was something that we always got stuck on before, so you have to make sure that you go on the top and you can see that there's a little part that is blue, and we will select the settings, click on it, and then from here you can go to Buzz Utilities, which is the last one on the list, and then from here you can go to home screen and you can change it to media player 2. This was another one that we really got stuck, but this looks really cool. I like that little squares that they have placed, but a lot of you do not like it. So in order to process, you can see that I cannot select settings, which is right above this Buzztv 5. You can go to the right and it will change to this part. And from here, you can go to Buzz Utility, which is right over here. Go back to home screen and you can change it to the modern version, which we are using right now. How easy that is to process. And then we can go back into Buzz Utility. The next part was the weather widget. This is really cool for people that are living in the United States and Canada. You can change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. That's the proper wording. And then you will be able to process. And also you can lock the location. So for example, you're living in Toronto or New York and you want to go to LA for a week or two and you want to take your box with you. And that way it will give you your old location, which will be New York or Toronto, the weather. And this way you do not have to worry. So even if you're there, you have a little visualization if it's raining or not raining or snowing or whatever. You're going to have more information about that. Remote control is really a cool thing to have, but there is another app that we want to get into. And yes, you can move or you can change all of these to a different app. And once you do that, you're not going to be able to process your color coordination for your Buzztv app, and it will be stuck with that app, and you have to come back over here to untie it in order to process. Another thing is mouse speed. So that little part that you see on the screen moving, you will be able to process it from here, and there's more settings. But let's get out of this and let's go to volume control. This is mandatory for a lot of you that I get information that, oh wait, my Force Max volume does not work. So when you press the volume button, you don't see any volume on it and it's stuck. So your volume control really set up right now for your TV. So that means the box is set up on 100% volume. So it's really loud. You have to press your volume button on your remote for your TV in order to bring it up and down. In order to get rid of it, just click on this. And now you will be able to process your volume, as you can see right now, for the box itself. And you can leave your TV on a 10%, 15%, your choice. And now you will be able to process it through this, which is a really cool thing to process. So I'm going to turn that off and we will get out of it. So this is Buzz Utility, and that is settings. That's not the only thing. We're going to take you to another level in a few seconds. The next thing we want to cover will be the Buzztv Smart Remote. So when you click on it, this is how it shows. So if you're connected, it will tell you your remote name is connected. It says remote. Underneath of it, the current version is version 7. And then the battery level right now, the one that I have inside of it, 62%. And no, I did not connect the new one, just to let you know. And on top of that, we have the auto TV setup. You can click on it. And then this way you will be able to get some codes and your TV will be controlled by your remote. So you can turn it on and off, volume control too. Everything will be there. Another cool thing that I like is turning on the backlit or turning off. And this way your backlit will be on. As of right now, I do have it on as I'm showing on the screen. And you can turn it off. And then this way you don't have a backlit, so your battery will last a lot longer. And on top of that, your setup color keys, and this way you can set it up. So you can click on it and you can set up one of the apps on this, and as soon as you press that color, it will be changing. I'm not going to set it up because I want to use this inside of the Buzztv app. And on top of that, you also have the update for remote software, and if there is one available, you will get it, except that right now there isn't any. And if you do lost your pair with the remote, you can process it directly from here, and it will tell you how to process, which is really cool to do. And we will process that in a couple of seconds for the G20. And on top of that, you also have your HDMI CEC settings. You can click on it, and this way you know exactly what you can control and what you cannot. And also your power key settings, we already talked about that. And also your max volume. So it's all over here. I turn it off so that way we can play with the volume, as you can see on the screen right now, how easy it is to process. So this was the actual smart remote app. And the first thing that we're going to start our review with will be YouTube. So once you launch it, we will select the first 4K. Now under setting, by default, you can see the quality already shows as auto as 4K, which is 2160p. Some of you may see it as 1440p, which is going to be 2K. But if you see it as 1080p, that means as you're getting it as regular 1080p. Well, I can tell you that right now, as default, it's playing on 4K. And the colors are very vibrant. Let's go a little bit geeky inside of it. Now, just to let you know, the video on this is very vibrant. The viewpoint on this is 1080p. There's 0 frame drop out of 1447, which is really cool. You can see that the current resolution on this is 4K, but in 30 Hz, which is 30 frames per second. You can see the codec that they're using on this video is VP9 and MP4A, which is really cool. And once you go a little bit more down, the saturation is really good. The buffer on health is really good. Also, the network connectivity is not that bad because we're getting this from Wi-Fi, not Ethernet. Going down, you can see more information that you're looking for. So that is awesome when it comes to YouTube. It's very vibrant and smooth. The next thing we're going to launch will be Geekbench, and we already ran this for single processor or single core processor. You can see that we got 153, and for multi-core processor we received 529, which is a really good number. Running on this box is Android 13. Again, this is really cool to see exactly how good this will work. So it means that it is higher than some of the boxes that I've played in the past. The next thing we're going to launch will be AIDA64 or AIDA64. Now this is really cool. A lot of information comes very raw with this. That's what we want to play with. So if you go to System and you want to click on it, you can see that the manufacturer is AM Logic. The model number is really right. And then going down, you can see more information that you're looking for. RAM on this is 4 GB, and this is total memory that is running. And on top of that, how much is available. Going down, the internal storage on this is 128 GB, and you can see the free space. Now remember, we installed some apps on this so we can test this, and on top of that, some of the information has been taken care of by partition, and some of that also going to be taken care of for recovery, just in case something goes wrong, you want a factory reset. This will get some information from that, and those all require space and some default apps that are part of it. You see this is external because we have entered a 16 GB, and that's what it shows there. Bluetooth on this is 4+. It does not really show exactly what number. It's 5 or 5.1 or 5.2 is because the PCBA or the motherboard on this box is not really compatible or readable through this app. When you go to CPU, you can see that this is quad-core processor running on Cortex-A55, and it is 2004 megahertz. You can see it is 64-bit ARM, but is running on 32. The 4 cores that are there, the ones that are running, the ones that are sleeping, and this is the CPU utilization. And going down, there's more information that you are going to ask about. Now going under the display itself. As a native resolution, this is running on 1080p, 61 dpi. Going down, the GPU on this is Mali G31, which is a single core processor running on 60 frames per second on landscape mode. And OpenGL on this is 3.2, which means as if you want to run certain games will run really smoothly on this. Now, as a network, I really like to show, I know that this is Wi-Fi 6 ready, but Wi-Fi, I should say 5G network, is supported, which is really cool. Now, this is Android 13. Everything else that you're looking for is going to be in the bottom of it. Under terminal, you can see that right now the SoC on this, or should I say the main CPU on this, is about 44.6 or 44.5. And then same thing with the DDR, which is going to be RAM, is running about 46 again. They are very low on the heat, which is really good. Now under codecs, what I really like is that everything has been raw, as you can see it. Now going down, certain things that people are asking for is if it's going to play certain different type of videos as it comes in, either going to be through USB or through the Ethernet itself or internet. AV1 is there. Yes, you can do a lot of good deeds with this. So I am sure that you're going to really love on playing with this. Don't worry about these other ones, HC263 and all, because a lot of boxes do have them already. But what we want is VC1 and AV1 is the main ones. And this box do have it, and it does a phenomenal job once you start playing with it. And that's about it for AIDA64 or AIDA64. Now the next thing we're going to play will be VLC. Now these videos that I have are just regular videos that we always play with these boxes. We have a 1080p, a regular 4K, and then 4K and 10 bits. So let's see if it's going to play it properly for us. These are running from USB, not from Ethernet. So let's play first one. And this is going to be our regular 1080p. And I'm just going to bring up the volume so you can hear it, that it is accurate and it plays it perfectly. So I don't have any issue with regular 1080p. Now when we go to regular 4K, this is a very big map. When I always call it map, is more like video game style. So there you go. This is going to play for you accurately. There's no pause to it right now. And different part of this video has different things running. That's why I really like always playing with it. There's little birds that are just going from the American side of the falls, and those are playing perfectly. And also the leaves, there's no pixelization on this whatsoever. So this is really good when you're playing with regular 4K. Now this is 4K and 10 bits. It does have video and also have audio. I'm just going to bring it up so we can hear it, but I don't want to make sure that it doesn't go over my voice. So here you go. It does play it perfectly. There was a little pause right at the start, but that's just to play it. And here you go. Now it is playing it perfectly. I don't have any issues, and it does go through smoothly, and there's no pause to it. That's what we're really looking for, to make sure that it plays it nice and accurately. So making sure that the videos are playing nicely through VLC, it does pass. So 10-bit on this, 4K and 10-bit do pass. This box is really good. Now that we paired our BT, our G20 remote, and just to make sure that it is connected, we will go into Bluetooth. We will select it, and you can see that the G20 is already connected, which is really cool. So again, in order to pair it, it's very easy. You have to make it very simple. I know that this is the incorrect way to process, but this is an easiest way to process it. You need to go to your smart remote, and then once you're here, you can go to pair Bluetooth remote. You can click on it, and then it will tell you to pair. So this is how easy it is to process, and it will tell you exactly where to go to pair it. And once that is done, you have to press back. So this way we can cancel out of this because it's already been paired. We're going to press home, and now we will try to process and see what really works. I know that when you go to Buzztv app itself, it's not going to work, but once you press the mic button and you're going to say a word, what's the weather like today? You can see that it already shows in the bottom, and it already talks about it. But this is how this remote really works. It's not been set up for Buzztv app, but it is part of this box, so it is here. Now, usually we have to do our regular Wi-Fi test and also LAN test using Ookla speed test. But on this box, it's not possible to even install it. Somehow it's been blocked. But this is an Android TV version, so it's not going to be able to install. So we will play with Analytics. So let's just open it up. And as you can see right now, we're getting about 12 ping, which is really good. It's up to 19. And we are connected with Wi-Fi 6. And this is my download rate right now. It's just going up. It's about 400 right now. This is Wi-Fi, so 429 and 164 for our upload rate. Again, this is really cool. This is Wi-Fi 6 we're playing with. Again, this is really cool that this is going to play with it. So now we're connected with LAN connection, and let's see how well this will get us number. So you can see that we went above 900 because we have 1.5 gigabit internet, and this is our download rate right now is happening about 918 megabits per second, and this is our upload rate runs about 170 megabits per second. So I'm just waiting for it to finish. 174 megabits per second for our upload rate. Again, these are all matters of how far you are from your Wi-Fi router and what type of router you guys have. If you are going to use your modem router, which is done by your ISPs, doesn't matter who's your ISP, always they have a bandwidth cap. So when it comes to Wi-Fi, they're going to cap you on certain numbers, so that way you go further, the slower will get. You come near, the faster will get. But again, they're going to just put everything modified. So this way, if you are going to use your iPad less and your phone more, your phone will get more internet than your iPad. In this case, if you have connected via LAN, you will have a different connection, as you can see right now, than Wi-Fi itself. So always have mindset of having your own router, and then that way you have more caption and more wider range of internet, and that way nobody can say that you connected too many items on the router and no, you're not going to have internet. So again, everybody not really thinking how many devices are going to be connected to your internet at the meantime. You have cameras, you also have laptop, your iPad, guest comes in, you have phones, or you even using certain type of these boxes, everything adds up. And you go a certain amount more, your ISP will tell you that you need to cut off a few things in order to make your internet accurate. But if you have your own router, then you're king of yourself in the house, and you will be able to process and dissect and know exactly, okay, this is going to use 2.4 and this other device will be using 5G, and it's not going to be MASH. Or even if you set it up as MASH, you know why the internet is slow or the internet is going to be faster. You need to do more research about that to learn more. If you have questions, don't worry, drop them at the bottom of the video. We'll have to help you out on that part too. This was our take on speed test. All the links will be available in the bottom of the video where you can order this from, except that this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places. And thank you.